Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty, and today we're going to do our first Halloween haul of 2025. So these are all thrifted items. These are a few things that I got at the end of last season, spring of this year, summer of this year, things I've been collecting. I did purchase a lot of stuff for me, personally for me, maybe not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but for me, I purchased a lot last year for Halloween, and this year I want to purchase a little bit less. I got some really great pieces, and I do still have some things that I am looking to find out in stores that are brand new. But I have a plan. I have a plan for the year. I have a theme for the year. I have a plan of things that I'm looking for, and I want to stick to it. And I want to thrift and craft and DIY a lot of these things. Now, if I run into something thrifted that's super cool that was not on my list, I'm gonna get it because we're saving it from the landfill. We're getting things at a lower price point, and we're not buying mass-produced crap, right? I am still going to buy some of that mass-produced crap, but I just want to take it to a lower level, you know? So we're going to start with this. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it, right? But I'm going to show you what I bought and how I plan to use it, and then as the season goes on, we'll see how I do. So I saw something on Pinterest, something on the internet that showed using some of these white planters, white swing vases, white vintage milk glass, anything white, and making them into ghosties. And I think this is freaking perfect for a ghostie, and I could just put some felt eyes on it. So this I got for $4.99. The prices for Goodwill thrift stores have gone up quite a bit, so I do want to be really smart. This is a pretty decent deal though. I'll say it's a pretty decent deal because it is a vase. It's gorgeous. I don't have a white one, so what I do craft, I sometimes don't make permanent. So I'm not, even if I do make this a ghost, I'm not going to make it a permanent ghost, so then I can flip it over and use it as a vase. So another tip is same thing, right? Multiple use products. All right, this I got on our trip to Blanco over the weekend. I've actually been looking just for an owl for the house in general, but one of the things on my list are little witch items for Halloween. So an owl, a toad, things like that. And this is made of leather, and it's super freaking cool. I mean, it's got a hole at the bottom, so it could be used as a lantern, but there is no other hole in it, so that would, you know, make no sense. So just really beautiful in general, something we're going to keep out all year round. I love leather, I love wood, I love brown. One half of my personality is brown. So this was on sale, and we got this for $8. So pretty great deal on that. Again, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get really cool things, but you do have to be patient. All right, this I got at the end of the year last year, I believe. It's very heavy at the bottom. It's just a really cute cat. I don't know. Yeah, he's holding a little broom. He's got a star and a moon on his little homemade vest. Beautiful smile. He's just ready for the season. Like, he's got like that weighted butt, so he could be a door stopper maybe. I just don't think he's that heavy. The tag says, well, I did get him for $2.99, so steal of a deal. And I don't know if it's new or vintage, but it was thrifted. So made in China, so it's newer. International Art Enterprise Co. I have no idea. I have no idea. But he's definitely newer, right? Because made in China, probably 2000s or later. That's so cute. Okay. Another thing that I saw at an estate sale, I saw the bigger version and the slightly different version of this. It was the pumpkin guy and not the gourd guy. And I went to the estate sale to get it. I was in this long line. I never stand in line for estate sales. And it was literally the only thing I wanted out of the home. So he came out with the item I wanted, and I was like, forget it. I threw my number away, and I was like, I'm going home. I was so sad. But anyway, this is not a toy, it says. This is Joe Spencer Gathered Tradition, handcrafted with pride. So this is a little weird looking gourd guy. He was 20 or 30 from the antique mall, because the bigger guy that I wanted from the estate sale was gone, and I was just putting it out into the universe. I was praying to God, like, just let me find my little guy. And I found a slightly different version, slightly smaller version for about the same price that I could have got the bigger version at the estate sale. But antique prices, antique mall prices are the worth it price, if that makes sense. They're not thrift store price. You're not getting a deal necessarily unless they're on sale. But I was very thankful to find him because I love weird, quirky things like this. So he's probably the most expensive thing so far. I also got this at the antique mall, just a handmade. It's kind of a corally. It's just a hand knitted pumpkin. I think I got this one for $3 or $4. But you know, handmade and super cute. Today I went thrifting and I got this for $2.50 at Savers. It's just a fall garland with lights. So that's really cool. So last year at Hobby Lobby, I got some fall garland on clearance and I'd never had any. So I have 2 or 3 strands of that garland, and then I'll have this lit up garland. Again, $2.50, you cannot beat that. Also, Savers is one of my favorites, but we only have one left and it's way North Austin. Not too far from me, but my favorite one was, I was gonna say discontinued, but it was closed, which is very sad. All right, last couple things. Another estate sale find. These are from the 90s. Or no, this one's 86, I think. 86 is where it's stamped at the bottom. I got each of these for $5, and these look like little old man. These are ceramic lanterns. He looks like he got no teeths. It's so cute. Got this one, and then I got a little shorter one, and he really got no teeths. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. So cute. I just like weird stuff. And then the last thing I wanted to share is my Aunt Becky sent me this. I'm pretty sure it's homemade because the pattern was sent with it. And I'll put a picture here of my great-grandpa wearing it and then my aunt wearing it. But my great-grandpa wore it first. It stinks like you would not believe, so I definitely need to wash. But it's a, I'll show you the pattern. It's a vintage Halloween clown costume. So I will be washing it and wearing it this year and doing a makeup look for YouTube, Instagram, all the things. This is the color that it's in, which I love because I love blue on me. It's gonna be big, but I'm just really pumped. So you should have already seen my first Halloween hunting. I don't know how many more hauls I'm gonna do, probably 1 or 2 more. But we have a long way. The season just started. Again, I have some things I'm looking for, and I'm not sure if my planning video went up before this or it's gonna go on after this, but you'll know what I'm looking for, and so I'm not gonna be buying tons and tons and tons of stuff. It might feel like a lot, but I do have a theme this year. I'll talk about that in that video. But yeah, that's what I have so far. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what was your favorite thing that I got, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.